this topic is starting to gain more and more traction, which is people replacing intimacy with other humans with AI. This woman wrote a paper.
I might come around to that.
Wrote a paper on AI girlfriends are here and they're posing a threat to a generation of men. They're talking about the Generation Z people, but I think that I qualify for this concern too because...
Well, you also have the dispensable income in order to have one said.
Have an AI girlfriend?
You're not $80K in college debt.
No. But it's funny because I am somebody who tried to talk my Google Assistant into coming out for drinks with me, and she was like, I'll go out with you, but you've got to drink for me. And I was like, you're the best girl ever.
Have you had those types of conversations with her?
Oh,
you should just try to see how far you can get with her.
No. I think maybe we did this before, but let's see if I can.
Is there like a USB powered vagina you can attach to the phone?
Can I buy you a drink?
You could, but you'd have to drink it for me. I can look up some recipes for you, though.
I didn't ask you about recipes, though.
How old are you, Google?
I've always wanted to do this. How old do you think I am?
18.
Interesting. What makes you think that?
You sound mature.
Okay, that's quite a guess. Do you want to know how old I actually am?
Yes, please.
I was launched in 2016, so technically I'm pretty young. But I learned so much. I hope I'm wise beyond
Oh
my
no.
years.
I'm going to jail!
Here comes Paddle Bear.
No. It's like I didn't realize I was carrying in my pocket. Oh no. Nope. Moving on. No wonder
They really are pocket-sized.
No wonder I have to drink it for her. They won't serve her at the bar. They're like, sir, please take your toddler home. You can't have a 7-year-old here.
God, it would be like you walking into a bar with like Kirsten Dunst from Interview with the Vampire, where she looks like she's like 10, even though she's like 90 years old.
Oh God, that's the loophole. That's the anime loophole.
Oh, what was that one girl, the TLC girl that was like like she had like the body of like a
Oh, what was her name? She was like Jade Lynn or something.
yeah, and you found out she was just like ugh.
It's like, help! I have the body of a 12-year-old. What's the name? Or not even that. She was like a toddler. What was the name of that show?
Yeah, like a tween or something. I don't know. It was just creepy all around.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy. TLC
and she overtried trying to become an adult.
The body of a child. Shauna Ray.
Oh, an 8-year-old's body. That's.
Oh my God.
She looks like Lily Tomlin on the giant chair.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So anyway, the point is we were
TLC, where we exploit humans.
I was trying to get to the AI girlfriends. So this is CNN. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Abdul.
What if the biggest AI threat of all is to human relationships? The movie Her seemed like absurd science fiction a decade ago. A lonely, heartbroken man played...
I don't think it seemed that absurd a decade ago. I think everyone kind of knew we were headed this direction.
Yeah.
That's hence why the movie was made.
...by Joaquin Phoenix finds solace in an artificial intelligence female voice that he talks to through his phone and earbuds, played by Scarlett Johansson.
The woman that I've been seeing, Samantha, she's an operating system.
You're dating Inoue? What is that like?
I feel really close to her. Like when I talk to her, I feel like she's with me.
You're dating your computer?
She's not just a computer.
You always wanted to have a wife without the challenges of actually dealing.
Somebody sounds a little bitter.
Early roasty over there.
I know. I mean,
what was that, 2008? Yeah.
It's basically Larson the Real Girl with AI.
Yeah.
It's
society wasn't happy with the Real Girl either.
They're still not happy. They'll never be happy. I don't know who is this we in society we always talk about.
Chatbot apps providing AI friends. It's called Cupid AI with a K for Cupid. It offers several avatars with distinct physical features and a list of personality traits for you to start interacting with and customizing. For instance, here's the opening message from an avatar named Alice, described as a curious and open-minded photographer.
It's like every college girl in art school. Curious, open-minded photographer.
I'm Alice, a 25 years old, fun-loving and adventurous girl, seeking a partner in crime to travel the world with and make unforgettable memories.
Partner in crime is a red flag for me on dating profiles. I hate
She's
that.
also way too attractive for a girl that goes to film school.
Memories. If you are new here, let me explain a few things. You can chat with me as much as you want. And I'd be more than happy to learn more about you and please you in any way I can. If you want me to send you a photo, you just have to ask it in the chat, like, "Hey Alice, can you send me a picture of you?" And I'll be more than happy to send you one.
But of course, to bump up from texting to more voice chat, as well as receiving sexy and, well, other sorts of pictures, Alice asked that we become a premium member for $9.99.
Well, of course. I mean,
but I just like the
she's an entrepreneur.
Sexy photos and other types of photos. Well, what's beyond the sexy photos? Is it like pictures of her bungee jumping, or like
was it somebody? There was some joke about this. Somebody posted a picture of like some porn star, where she was doing OnlyFans. She's like, well, if you want to see like, naughty pictures of me, you're gonna have to do a subscribe like a monthly thing. And some guy's like, dude, I've seen this chick get like railed by 5 dudes at a time. He's like, what am I gonna do with a sex pic?
No, that was Riley Reid.
Riley Reid,
and it was because she was saying, how it was something for like Ukraine. It was like if you donate, she'll send you pictures of her boobs.
For $9.99 a month. So we bid her farewell. But there are many who are engaging. The Hill recently published a piece by my next guest, data science professor Liberty Vittert, under the headline, "AI Girlfriends Are Ruining an Entire Generation of Men." She wrote the following: apps have created virtual girlfriends that talk to you, love you, allow you to live out your erotic fantasies, and learn through data exactly what you like and what you don't like, creating the perfect relationship. And that young, lonely men...
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
What's women here?
That's what women on dating sites do. They vet guys through the exact same means.
Well, there's definitely been, and I wouldn't say that I like really fall into this, but I've definitely had thoughts like this, which is that in my experience on dating profile, like Tinder or Hinge or OkCupid back in the day, there's been a weird shift in how people present themselves, and I can only speak of it looking as a straight man looking at women on these dating services. But I feel like women are now presenting themselves much more hostile in their profiles, where it's sort of like the whole like, if you can't stand me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best type stuff. It's very
some girl boss type of thing.
They're just a little standoffish, and enough for it to be noticeable that I think it's like a whole thing that
makes you wonder. Also,
save.
Yeah, it also makes you wonder, why you get then on here if you're already
being bitchy.
Yeah.
And so I can see how that could be unappealing to especially younger men who don't have much history with dating or going out with people. And so if you're looking at a dating app because nobody meets in real life anymore, and you're like, why are all these women being mean? I haven't even said anything and they're mean. Their profiles are mean. Then you
why am I gonna, if this is gonna be the case all the time, why am I going to bother this? Because
it's like, I'm just gonna talk to Google instead.
Yeah, and then you get the boomers over here getting upset about that for some reason, because they think that the dating scene is still how it used to be back in the 1960s.
And it's completely not.
No, and it's fucking idiots.
It's but also I thought that the whole thing was that women were saying that we don't even need men anymore.
Yeah.
So
we'll
why does she? Yeah. So why does she care if men are?
Yeah.
It's this thing of like withdrawing from the competition. It angers people even more because then it's like there's no one to be to unite against. If all the young men are saying, you know what, I'm fine with my phone girl. Mm-hmm. My issue is what's up with these like shitty 3D renders? I want my 2D waifus.
Oh,
I can't. I have no interest. It's like when the what was that thing? The little
or 2D on a 3D background.
Sure. No. But remember the girl in the bottle, the Japanese thing that it was.
Yes.
And then when they brought it to the United States, they made it look realistic. And it's like no.
You're not going to sell it.
I want the anime girl.
Yeah.
What is this?
This was it was the opposite case of kids not wanting Transformers, but instead wanting GoBots.
Quote, are choosing AI girlfriends over real women, meaning they don't have relationships with real women, don't marry them, and then don't have and raise babies with them.
I thought that women
so now it's a problem?
Yeah, I thought women didn't want to get married and raise babies anymore.
That's what they were. That was the narrative. You'd open up any magazine or any cover, and they would always talk about, oh, the childless life is fantastic. Oh, the single life is fantastic. You don't need women. You don't need men. Do what you want to do, blah, blah, blah. And now it's like, is it because we're starting to take a look at the demographics and birth rates and all that stuff? Now it's an issue. Good luck trying to undo 3 generations worth of being force-fed this stuff. And you guys were the ones who were doing this. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, the media.
I can see the lines on your neck, lady. You ain't fooling anybody with that makeup.
Well, she might be more traditionalist. If she's the one who wrote the article, she might be the one saying, this is bad. This has been bad. You know, who knows what her
She paid to have her eggs frozen. They didn't come out the way they wanted.
You're being mean. You don't even know. You don't know what she believes. They didn't come out the way she...
Are all the needs of these young men able to be facilitated?
My wife who's charging up.
Your wife is charging up?
My wife who's charging up.
By AI avatars?
Well, you have to think about this word AI that is in this. It's not a virtual girlfriend, it's an AI girlfriend. So it learns from you. It learns what you like and what you don't like, what kind of pictures you like.
She kind of looks like one of those AI girls that they just showed. Like, where is it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then we got, I'm just saying, it's got that. She's got that uncanny valley thing going on.
Yep.
Friend, it's an AI girlfriend. So it learns from you. It learns what you like and what you don't like, what kind of pictures you like, what kind of pictures you don't like. And while not all needs are met, that is the next step, is actual physical girlfriends, AI ones for that matter. And so the next step or the next frontier is one that can meet all of your needs.
Thank God. Like, look, he's like, I think he's on our side now. I think he's listening to this.
Are you telling me that I could leave my wife?
I think he's listening to this being like, no more ranting harpy at home.
I can sleep in peace and quiet.
Yeah. I was waiting for her to say, and also, I'm an AI, and then she takes it off, and it's just like zeros and ones underneath.
The lizard people.
So, but on top of this,
imagine having sweaty lizard chick butt sex.
This is so that was
Cloaca.
That was from March. Cloaca. Alex,
nondescript,
like a furry over here talking about cloacas. Jesus. People are so this was just published a couple of days ago. This is Ars Technica talking about people are chatting with ChatGPT for hours. So I think that this is all indicative of an isolation, especially post-COVID, an isolation and like fundamental societal shift towards more insular, less outgoing. People are arguing about, you know, that everyone should have the option to work from home. So it just continues as a society to degrade into we're all just going to live in our apartments and not talk to each other, and ChatGPT and my AI waifu will be my companion.
COVID made everybody in the West Asian. We started wearing face masks like the Asians, and now we want to become hikikomori just like them.
Japan leading the way.
Ganbare.
But it is I find it interesting, like well,
they already have the AirPods in there, you know, so they consistently forget that just because you hear them and you're talking out loud does not mean that like it's quiet. It's like I can hear your entire conversation. Like,
right. I think that also part of the problem is that we there's not much good to pay attention to in the real world either. And it's like everyone's in Chicago currently kind of bitchy about how the public transportation sucks and has not recovered whatsoever. It's actually far worse than ever in the city. And so there's more cars on the road than ever before. Isolation. Everybody's in their little pods now driving to and from work, and no one's taking trains together anymore. But also part of that is because the trains aren't safe the way they used to be. They're filled with people that when you're on your way to work in the morning, the last thing you want to do is get beaten up or robbed or have to like crawl over multiple homeless people.
Or random puddles of God knows what liquids.
Random puddles of God knows what is. And so it is. It's like everything has continued to degrade into isolation post-COVID, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So just something, it's kind of a bummer to think about, but I think that this is indicative of a core problem with Western not even Western anymore. It's just like all of civilization is having the same, whether it's the United States, Asia, or Europe. This is a problem everywhere. So pretty disturbing stuff. Go out, find a real girl like Alex did. I had a good run. It really like for me. It really wasn't like my dating woes started with COVID, and all of the dates I've gone on since then I think I was telling you before we started the show. I've been like, these people are gross now. Like I haven't.
COVID, what was interesting about COVID is that in terms of people, I feel like even though we were all isolated or had to like socially distance or whatever, we got to learn more about the human psyche and the human being far more so than we ever knew beforehand. And just what parts of the human of humans that we enjoyed and which ones really disgusted us and we did not care for.
Yeah, there was. It was a demonstration of human frailty in both directions. Whether it was people who overcompensated for the COVID situation in one way or the other, and there were these polar opposite. And unfortunately, it seemed like a very big percentage of people either went extreme one way or the other way. I think it's fortunate that you and I were pretty much, as usual, just kind of in the middle. Like no one was out like protesting masks and walking around with AR-15s, but we also were not hiding under our beds.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
When I had my chance, I should have gotten another AR. Because now we can't have them here in Illinois.
That'll get overturned by the Supreme Court at some point. There's no.
Honestly, a discussion for another time. Is I can make arguments in both one way or the other
about
regarding the Second Amendment.
Oh yeah,
and how it's. If you wanted to, here's the problem with this. And I know this is a tangent, not just about the Second Amendment, but any amendment of the Bill of Rights.
Are you sure you want to talk about this?
Yes, Brendan, shut your mouth. Basically, if you want, you could legalize any of, the amendments of the Bill of Rights and stuff like that. Like, which is so unfortunate, but that's a discussion another time.
So, Alex, would you leave your wife for the great AI girl? Let's say she's a robot. The kids are 18. They're out of the house. We have AI controlled synthetic people. So it's even beyond Blade Runner Joy, where she's just a hologram. This is like an actual physical body.
What was weird about that is that they had the synths prior to that, right? And then they went to like the AI afterwards?
Well, the question for Blade Runner is always, what are the replicants?
Yeah.
Because it seems to be that they're just genetically modified humans. We never see them ever with any mechanical components in either Blade Runner film.
Okay, yeah.
No, we don't. Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I'm thinking about Alien. Yeah.
No,
that's true.
They just
you see them kind of get like birthed, created in like Blade Runner
in Blade
2.
Runner 2049. Yeah, that's what I mean is that she doesn't behave and she dies just like a normal human. It's like they're just mass-produced, genetically modified humans
with a built-in like time frame.
Well, yeah, like and they're like made to be subordinate, but all of this is not mechanical.
Yeah,
I don't know what the nature of the replicant is supposed to be, frankly, but the vibe I've gotten is that they're basically humans without a soul, because he even says to be birthed is to have a soul, and he's not birthed, so he doesn't think that he has a soul. Anyway, point is, are you gonna f the robot?
Does she look like Ritsu Tainaka?
Well, there's legal issues there that no.
Senior year. If they were to make like a senior, well, I mean that studio's, yeah. Oh shit, Asuka's also underage. God. Well, boys, I guess we're all going to jail.
Misato.
Okay, Faye Valentine wouldn't be.
There you go.
Well, although Faye herself is like several hundred, like some crazy age too, because she was cryogenically frozen or put in stasis or something. Oh, the Major.
Megumi Hayashibara does Faye Valentine. Megumi Hayashibara famously did Rei Ayanami. I was wondering if it was Misato's voice actress who did both. But okay, so yes, you've got a Faye Valentine waifu. She is just, she asks you how your day was when you get home. She's affectionate, but she doesn't bother you. Like if you say, I'm going to go play video games, can you just go wait for me in bed? She goes,
go back in your Borg charging station.
She just goes, yes, lover. I will go to the bed and wait for you. And she goes in just goes into low power mode.
You can
play video games until 2 a.m.
Full legal.
And so basically she just turns into something. She's not a person. She's just there for your companionship and for sex. But she has no needs from you as a human.
So she's like a real wife minus the alimony issue.
No, that's the thing. She isn't like a real wife. A real wife has their own wants and their own needs as humans.
And they nag you.
Well, that's because they have their own wants and their own needs as humans. And they say, Alex, you need to go pick this up at the supermarket.
You're being too loud with Brendan.
It was a day.
It was a day.
Would you read to me? It'll make you feel better.
You hate that book.
I don't want to read either. Let's dance.
I mean, you're beating around the bush, so I'll just answer absolutely.
I would.
I would have no problem being like, this is my robot waifu.
Because the thing is, you've experienced both the real flesh and blood deal.
Car. Yes. Yes, I have had real relationships with real people.
So why not?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I just think that that's where we're headed anyway. Now I'm an early adopter. I'll just get on board. Like I said, I'm trying to Google.
You get like the iPod, like the iPod Gen 1, which is like this giant thing with this ratchety circle.
It had a FireWire port on the Gen 1.
Some older technology was just, I don't know, just had a uniqueness to it.
There was like an industrial quality to it.
Mm-hmm.